You know, the voice, he is the head man of the Dogs. This is Kalen DoBoer. A big one Saturday, about 48 hours, a little plus right now. Utah's going to come rolling in here. Have you ever, along your stops, Kalen, have you ever faced Kyle Whittingham?
I have not. This is it. This is the first time. Man, he's just done a wonderful job there. Two-time defending champs, but I think it just goes way beyond that. Building the program up to the point it is, and the consistency, and you just look at the staff and how many years many of those coaches have been with him. Obviously, they've enjoyed what they do and doing it together, and it's going to be a tough one on Saturday. Just being a championship team, you're not going to go away lightly. And we know that that's what they're going to do coming in here is fight for every bit. And, that's what we're going to do too, though, and we're in a spot where we're excited about, what we've done so far. And we have aspirations and goals of doing big things. And we know that this is going to be a huge test for us that we got to be ready for.
Hey, Coach, your career record is remarkable, your win-loss record. And I got something here I think Brock might not even have on his boards yet. He might get that left-handed Sharpie pen out and write this down. For your career, you are 28-1 in November. It's unbelievable. What explains that? Because that is when things get ratcheted to the highest level in November, and you have been at your very best. Your teams have been at their very best in the month of November.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, obviously you have great teams, and you're fortunate to be, playing for something because, when you get to this point in the year and there's a lot of good teams, and it's just a matter what's that little difference? What's the difference? And a lot of it's the desire and the determination to finish out a season. And, at small college, it was going to the playoffs, and then at this level, it's bowl games and conference championships and playoffs. And so I think what it comes down to, though, is just keeping the team focused from the beginning of the year, even in January, but especially once the season starts, to where you're always improving every day, and if you can just not have hiccups or weeks where you decline or, just don't improve, then that's the struggle. But if you can just keep forging ahead and learn from every moment, every game, every practice, just striving together to do something special, that's when it really becomes fun. And, it's big moments that you just, make good decisions on, and then guys make plays, and, you move on to the next week. And so 1-0 mindset is what we're all about, and we're focused only on Utah right now.
And having those big bats in the lineup through the course of the season helps as well. That health in November is so critical in any sport down the stretch of a season. Where are you guys, Kalen? I know lots been said about Jalen and getting a second opinion. It looks like Thule got some run last week. From a health standpoint against a physical crew on Saturday, how many big bats? Do you got most of your bats in the lineup?
Yeah, I think what we've had is what we'll the last couple of weeks is what we'll continue to have out there this weekend, and it was good getting Thule out there, even in a minimal role, and he's going to be able to continue to grow and get more reps there, grow his role this weekend. So just kind of just like every other team, you're at where you're at, and that we'll get our guys out there, and there's a determination to if you got a chance to play, you're going to get out there and help us, get this win on Saturday.
We had our Zoom meeting with the Utes yesterday, and I asked Morgan Scally and Kyle, give me a comp to Michael Penix. Because, it's fun for me. I watch these games on television, obviously from afar, and then when I get to study you guys and get to watch game tape in particular, it's like, oh, my gosh. I mean, Michael, it was a throw against ASU. It's from your guys' 45 all the way across the field to the goal line, 55. It's a hypotenuse, so add another 7 or 8. It's like a 63-yard throw, flat-footed, that he just absolutely rips. And, they had a hard time figuring out guys just with the kind of arm strength that throws it anywhere, anytime, any spot, 60 yards and in, if not more. Are there guys in your career, Kalen, that you have seen up close, coached against, watched for decades and decades that would just compete with Michael's arm strength?
Well, I mean, I think there's obviously guys that are extremely talented and playing in the NFL and
Sure.
done it for but I can't say I've been around anyone that's like him as far as coaching and going through the ranks. So he's a special talent. And I think it's a composite of all those things, that you just mentioned. And there's accuracy and there's touch. I think he just throws a really catchable ball too.
Yeah.
And
most lefties
it comes in.
Most lefties do. Pretty nice spirals.
I was waiting for some. The comparison thing came out, and I was thinking about he definitely, the deep ball, the accuracy, throwing it on a line, but it's just catchable, and he knows when he needs to put touch on it, and the decision making instincts. It's just kind of everything all together, and so he's fun to coach, and every game we play, it's one less, and so we're enjoying these moments, having him as our cue, right now.
Kalen DoBoer is our guest, Husky head coach. Hey, Coach, I got a culture question for you. Right, every team wants culture, wants the best culture possible, and clearly you turned the culture on its head, and it's now one of the best in the sport right now going on over there in Montlake. Scott Service with the Mariners every day. He walks the outfield. 26 guys on a big league roster, and he walks the outfield during batting practice, talks to every guy, checks in with all the pitchers, checks in with the position players. 26-man roster, pretty manageable. Mm-hmm. You got 100+, not grown-ups, not adults, kids. How do you establish relationships with your players? Because to have great culture, you must have great relationships. How do you do that, and how have you done that so quickly?
I think, it can't just be me. I think it starts with me, but you have to have coaches. There's just, like you said, with 120 players, there's no way you can have a conversation with every guy every day, but there are intentional touch points that you can make, and they feel that, and they know that. And, it might be just, it's their birthday, and you're going out of your way to make sure that they know, you appreciate them and things like that. But our coaching staff is an extension of me, and they do a great job. And I think the players feel that what they're getting through the coaches is also through me. So, the coaches make me look good. That's for sure. But I think it's just, we have the intentional times to where, walking through the hall today, going from one meeting to the next, if you can just, give a fist bump, or, a pat on the back, or just, good morning, how are you? Sometimes it isn't these long conversations with the 120 guys, but it stacks on top of each other. And then they realize, when those moments do come, hey, they can come in and talk with you, and they can come and share what's going on in their life. And, we can work together to make this time super special. But it's just every single day, taking advantage of the time we have together.